In the previous video, we saw that in order to understand or to find whether a number is a prime number or a composite number, we need to find out all the factors of that number, right? What if I tell you to find out which all numbers are prime and which are all are composite between the numbers 1 to 100? Are you going to find out all the factors of the numbers? But it will be a very tedious task, right? So we need to find out all the factors of all the numbers from 1 to 100, and then we will come to know that whether a number is a prime number or a composite number, right? So in order to solve this problem, there was a Greek mathematician whose name was Eratosthenes, right? He gave us a method to find out all the prime numbers between the numbers 1 to 100. Now let's try to understand what that method is. Okay. First of all, write all the numbers starting from 1 up to 100. Okay. After writing this, our step 1 is cross out the number 1. Okay. But why? You understand, right? In the previous video, we talked that 1 is neither a prime number nor a composite number, right? So that's why it will not be a prime number or a composite number. Then we are going to cross it out. Okay. Understood? Now let's go to step number 2. Step number 2 is, let's go to the next number, that is 2, and circle it out. Okay. I have to, step 2 is circle the number 2, and after that cross out all the multiples of that number. Cross out all the multiples of 2. Okay. So let me repeat. Step 1 is we need to cross out the number 1, right? And the step 2 is we need to encircle the number 2 and cross out all the multiples of 2. Okay. So firstly, step 1 we crossed the number 1. Okay. Then we went to step number 2, and what we did is we encircled the number 2, and now what we are going to do is we are going to cross out all the multiples of 2. Okay. So tell me what are the multiples of 2. After 2, the multiples of 2 will be 4, right? Let's cross it out. Then 6, then 8, right? Then 10. Similarly, we have to cross out all the multiples of 2. Okay? Let me do this. 16, 18, oh sorry, 19 is not a multiple. 19 is not a multiple of 2, right? 20 is a multiple of 2, cross it out. Then we go on to 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, right? Similarly, 52, 54, 56, 58, 59 is not a multiple of 2. So we won't cross it out, we'll cross 60, then 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80. Okay. 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, then 92, 94, 96, 98, and finally 100, right? Now we are done with step number 1 and step number 2. Okay. Now what step number 3 says, now after crossing out all the multiples of 2, let's move to step number 3. What step number 3 says is, after doing all this, let's try to find after 2 which is the next number which has not been marked crossed. Okay. So step number 3 says find out the next uncrossed number and circle it out. So the next uncrossed number is 3. Let's circle it out and then cross out all the multiples of that number, right? What we encircled is the next uncircled number was after 2, the next after 2, the next unmarked number is 3, right? So what we do is we will encircle it. Okay, we will circle it out, and what we will do with its multiples, we will cross all the multiples. Okay, so 3 we have encircled. After that, multiples of 3 we have to cross them out. Okay, so multiples of 3 will be 6, which is, it is already crossed out. Let's move next. After 6 it's 9, let's cross it out. Okay, then the next multiple of 3 is 12. 12 is already crossed out. Okay, let's move next. 15, then 18, which is already done. Then comes 21, then 24, then 27. Okay, then 30. After that we come to 33, then 36, then 39, then 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57. Okay, then 60. After that 63, 66, 69, 72, 75, 78, 81, 84, 87, 90. Okay, then comes 93, 96 and 99. Okay, now step number 3 is done. Okay, now we have to repeat the step number 3 until we get all the prime numbers. Okay, so step number 3 is what? Encircle the next unmarked number. What's the next after 3? What is the next unmarked number? 5, right? Circle this number and cross out. We have to circle this number and cross out all the multiples of it. Okay, we have circled 5, right? Now we have to cross out all the multiples of 5. Multiples of 5 will be 5. Okay, after 5 we have 10, then 15, then 20, then 25. Okay, then 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, then 100. Okay, now what I said is we have to repeat this process until we get all our prime numbers, right? Okay, so let's move to next unmarked number. After 5 we have 6, which is already marked. Okay, then we have 7. Okay, we have encircled the number 7, right? And now let's cross out all the multiples of 7, right? Okay, so multiples of 7 will be 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, then 70. After 70 we have 77. Okay, then we have 84. Okay, then we have 91, and after 91 we have 98. That's also done, right? We are done with the number 7. Okay, now let's find out the next unmarked number after 7. 8 is marked, 9 is marked, 10 is marked. Now comes 11. Encircle it. Okay, we have encircled the number 11. Now what we will do is we will cross out all the multiples of it. Okay, multiples of 11 will be 22, then 33, then 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99. Right, all of the multiples of 11 are already marked cross. Okay, so I think we are done with all this, but you can check for all the numbers this same way. Okay, now what we are left with, now what we do is we will continue for 13, then we will check. Now we encircle the number 13, right? Now let's, what we have to do is we have to find all the multiples of 13 and cross them out, right? 13 multiples of 13 are 26, 39, 52, 65, okay, 78, 91. So we have already crossed them out, right? Similarly, go for 17 and cross out all the multiples of 17. Then go to 19, cross out multiples of 19. Then we have 23. Similarly, do that step again for 23. Then we will move for 29, then 31, 37, 41, 43, 47. Okay, then we have 53, then 59, then we have 61, 67, 71, 73, 79, 83, 89, 97. Okay, so we are done. So in this whole table, now we can see we have numbers either marked cross or marked circle. Okay, so after doing all this thing, we continued this process until we have all the numbers either encircled or crossed out. Okay, so after preparing all this, what this sieve of Eratosthenes said, after doing all this thing, the numbers which are marked with circle, these are all prime numbers. Okay, right? And all the numbers that are crossed out except number 1, all the numbers which are crossed out, these are composite numbers. And we all know the number 1 is neither prime and nor composite. Okay, so this is how Steve of Eratosthenes helps us to find all the prime numbers, composite numbers from number 1 to 100 by this easy method. Okay,